Good morning, dear friends. We had a little success. We gained 3 meters this night with the method we described, or I described. It definitely works. It's definitely the right way to do, but it takes very long. And it's unlikely that I say with this speed that I'm gonna get into the channel within, say, 1 week. This then would mean 100 meters per day. But I also made a certain adaptation. I took my kayak, I disassembled it, took the bottom of it and disinflated it. Then I put it underneath the sailing vessel behind the keel, somewhere there, you know. And then I re-inflated it and created additional lift with it. This is a proven method of ship rescue or ship towing companies to use bags and to create the required additional lift without taking care about the structure of the ship, or to say we need a certain crane or we need a certain thing. They simply put bags underneath them, inflate them, and they tow them wherever they require. Then I took also the rest of the canoe. These then are the 2 cylindrical longitudinal tubes. I left them in the boat because this was most convenient, and then I tied the boat's hull to the ship's hull, and this then of course in the front of the keel, and re-inflated them as well. So with this extra lift, the ship becomes more bouncy, and it has proven to work. First I thought, I stood awake until the peak of the tide and nothing happened, and I thought this does not work. But right now I see it worked while I slept, very surprisingly. And it's a sneaky process. You don't really realize it, but this morning I was surprised to see that it did its magic. Now I need to get this vessel out of here. I need to get her back into shape. This means I first have to correct everything what's on the underwater bottom. I have to kick out the diesel. I have to redo all the underwater body and the sidewalls. This means the ship's hull. Then furniture inside is broken. I should kick her out because I found that there's much space left due to blendings or due to veneers which they put in front of the furniture, and the furniture itself is not very functional. So I'll kick that out and redo that as well, but I can do that on anchor. On the hard, which is now very important, on the hard, gel strip, I strip down to the glass, boom, like that. Kick out the diesel, then I redo the underwater body minimum with a new slab of glass and epoxy. And then of course the hull punctures at the side must also be corrected, and I think that should be it in the shipyard. So then it would be dense, it could rain, it would be no problem anymore. It could float, it also be no problem anymore, and with the closed openings I would have a way lesser risk of water intrusion, because right now I still have a risk. I have a grommet on the sail raft. This thing is very old and I have to leave the States. I got to leave the States at October 22nd. Oh no, I got to leave the States latest October 21st. It doesn't work. I cannot go and perform all these tasks within 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks or what. My idea is I request an immigration. I request this event alien status so I can stay in the States. Maybe I can then even work and provide for ourselves with money things, you know, because now these things the whole game has changed. The whole plan doesn't work anymore. It did work somehow until now, but now it doesn't work anymore. So I must get myself back on track. Sorry, I must get ourselves back on track, and this then means support through work and making some money through this. This then would be the financial thing. What else? Yeah, simply being here, being allowed to be in the States, being allowed to be at the boat and to work on it, and hopefully, of course, to live on it, to go on to live on it, and to redo it, because there now we have no propulsion, we have no outboard, we have no engine propulsion. So let's be clear about that. We have no engine propulsion, we have no sails propulsion, we have I could put myself to rudder also, and like in the Vikings time to start ruddering. I saw people do this with ships this size. They had 2 rudders and they were rowing, boom, 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 with 2 paddles, and they were successful. But it was lush, it was very lush conditions, there was no wind and nothing, and it was a lake in Bavaria, and no problem. See, people have ideas, and they create solutions. Good. This anchor, the anchor back there, I don't see it anymore, so this must have changed somewhat its position in the mud. This anchor right there has to be moved here, there, so that this thing doesn't move in case hard winds hit or stuff like that. I don't want to land back in the mangroves again, so that anchor there has to move here. This thing doesn't move anymore, and I got to tell an immigration attorney to offer me services, because I cannot go this path alone. It's in this short amount of time, it's way too difficult to put myself through all the specifications and to follow all rules and regulations. There I need specialist support, otherwise no chance. And without an immigration I cannot stay at the vessel. Without staying at the vessel, okay, this is no option. So we think positive, we're gonna make this. And yeah, we need also a tow, I guess, because if we don't make it by ourselves, we need a tow. I also made contact with the insurance, and they said, yeah, with the tow we can support you, but not with the shipyard and so on, because your policy doesn't cover that and so on, blah blah blah. So I actually, yes, should get myself back into a corporate world to make this dream possible also in the future. So dear people, here we have another notice that on the starboard, on the starboard side, the other vessel whacked my boat and started to crack it up, which it did successfully. And the inner furniture is now also gone. I'll show you. You see that? This is the outer hull. Yes, there is daylight there. See that? This is it. Oops. Oh. Okay. So. Furniture is toast. I have to redo this whole section, the starboard side of the furniture, because now as I see how much space the veneer takes behind, there's dead space. I cannot use it because it's blended, it's blocked away. I'll redo that whole thing with new furniture, and then I have even more space to store stuff away. And I will not use the conventional storing methods. I will do it with another door and another locking system, where I can pack then more stuff in. And also the panels, the electrical panels, will become designed to be fitting into this area. So then everything is clean, everything is neat, and everybody is happy. Yesterday, the towing company, the friends of the towing company, made first time their way to this position, because it's very shallow, so they had to first get a special vehicle with very low draft, and so kind of asked them for water and for toast. They got me a couple bottles of water, a couple toast, a little bit of meat, very good, beans, and 1 Coke. So I was enjoying very much the civilized goods which we have. And they check the situation, it is very dramatic. They actually say they need to use a brutal power and to then drag this vessel back over the sandbars again. There's no other way. I support this process as much as I can. I will make our way meter by meter and try to get us into this channel so where a serious tow can take place, and we then get MON RêVE free again. It must be done as careful as possible, because if we drag this poor vessel back again, she already has certain leakages which can be only below the waterline. If we then put the stress back on in the structure, it might be that we damage it. So careful, careful, careful. I want my baby back again, afloat, and in one piece.